We're gonna win so much, you may even get tired of winning. That line keeps echoing in my mind today, because if you're in crypto right now, it probably does not feel like winning. It feels like panic. It feels like confusion. It feels like the market is breaking down. Bitcoin has just touched $73,000, a level that is absolutely critical, and most people don't understand why this price matters so much. For months, this exact zone was brutal resistance. Bitcoin tried again and again to break above it. When it finally did, that level flipped into support. And now price is back here, testing it from above. This is the line in the sand. If this level holds, this becomes a textbook retest before continuation. If it fails, we could see a fast move down to the 200-week moving average around the mid-50Ks. Or, and this is what I personally think is more likely, we see a terrifying fake-out, a wick to 70K, maybe even 69K, enough to convince everyone that the bull market is over. And that is exactly where bottoms are formed. Because here's something almost nobody is talking about. Bitcoin right now is more oversold than during the COVID crash of 2020. Think about that. Back then, the entire world was shutting down. Planes grounded, cities locked, global fear. That was a real black swan. Today, no black swan, no global collapse, no systemic failure. Yet the charts show the same level of panic selling. That's called a mispricing, and smart money sees it. Charles Hoskinson, billionaire founder of Cardano, just publicly said he's selling his helicopter, mothballing the jet, selling the Lamborghinis, and going all in again like he did when he had nothing. He literally said he wants to return to the mindset he had when he was sitting in a small apartment with stuffed giraffes on a dresser, because that's when he made the best decisions of his life. Let that sink in. Now ask yourself this: if Michael Saylor is still buying, if BlackRock is still accumulating, if sovereign entities and institutions across the world are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets, why is the price falling? This is where most retail investors get confused, because price and fundamentals are temporarily disconnected. One of the biggest hidden reasons for this drop was last week's government shutdown. Why does that matter? Because the most important catalyst for crypto right now is the Crypto Market Structure Bill, the legislation that gives legal clarity to the entire industry in the United States. When the government shut down, progress on that bill froze. Markets hate uncertainty. But here's the part most people missed. The House has now passed the funding bill. The government is back open, and that crypto legislation is back in motion. And President Trump, who many in the crypto community were starting to doubt, is now publicly doubling down, saying he wants the U.S. to be the digital asset capital of the world. Even Coinbase's chief legal officer said after meeting at the White House is fully engaged. Full credit to President Trump for prioritizing crypto regulation. That's not noise, that's signal. Now zoom out even further. Gold has just gone parabolic. Historically, when gold runs like this, it eventually tops, and capital rotates into the next hard asset. Cathie Wood says that next destination is Bitcoin, with a $1.5 million price target by 2030. Brian Armstrong says Bitcoin hits $1 million by 2030 and warns that anyone without at least 5% of their net worth in Bitcoin will probably regret it. Bitwise says institutional adoption breaks the old 4-year cycle and pushes Bitcoin to $1 million over the next decade. So you have this bizarre situation where price looks terrible, sentiment is horrible, retail is scared, but the biggest names in finance are calmly telling you this is the opportunity. And history shows us something very important. The best buying opportunities never feel good. They feel scary. They feel uncertain. They feel like you might be wrong. That's exactly how the COVID bottom felt. That's how the 2018 bottom felt. That's how every major crypto bottom has felt. Nobody knows the future. If we did, we'd all be rich. But what we can see is this: Bitcoin is historically oversold, sitting on critical support, while fundamentals, adoption, regulation, and institutional interest have never been stronger. That's a rare combination.
This is why heavy cost averaging during moments like this is how so many people built life-changing wealth in previous cycles. Not buying when things look amazing, buying when things look broken. If this video helped you zoom out and see the bigger picture, do me a quick favor. Like the video, subscribe, and send this to someone who owns Bitcoin or crypto, because they need to hear this right now. And I'll see you tomorrow.